guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna be doing the awesome unboxing or unbagging of these three little mini Pat McGrath Labs lipsticks in a matte finish. I am so excited to get my hands on these and to kind of swatch them. They are pretty awesomely pre-packaged in this like golden little bag with tiny little sequins, and I am so excited to go ahead and open this up. And so I'm not gonna have like a super long intro. I do have a lot of my drugstore lipsticks that I absolutely love and adore the formula of, that we can go ahead and kind of swatch right next to them and kind of compare the formula, because these retail in a full size for almost like $38, I want to say, almost $40, and you know, like regular drugstore lipsticks are like usually under $10, and so I really want to compare the formula. And besides the extravagant awesome packaging on these, I want to compare the staying power, I want to compare the formula, the just consistency, the opaqueness of them all, because I want to see what the difference is between a $40 and a $10 lipstick. So without further ado, I'm gonna mention that I do have a glossy lip on today, and I am wearing the shade Flying Horses by ColourPop, but this isn't a glossy formula. I have not, this is pretty much like maybe my second time this holiday season that I decided to do a glossy lip. I am a complete like matte individual for lips. Like I love a good matte dark lip, or even a matte like neutral lip, especially for the winter time. And so this is one of the first times I applied a gloss on, and I hope you guys like the color. It's kind of like Your Lips but better. I think they also have Flying Horses and a satin formula for like a liquid lipstick. I love that shade. It's like Your Lips but darker, redder, kind of more raspberry, but not too pink. It has a little bit more maybe like reddish tones than pink tones, because I don't really wear a lot of pinks personally. But I have glossy lips. I have this huge pimple right here that won't go away, so we're gonna kind of ignore that completely, and let's go ahead and jump into the unbagging of the cute little mini set. Okay, so I actually already opened these because there's no way to open these without scissors. So I have them opened, and I already did lip swatchings with these, but we're gonna play around with the formula. The packaging is so cute. This is the mini matte Trance version Skin Show Trio. There's two different versions. This is the more neutral one, and so let me go ahead and take these out. They are suspensed in this plastic little tiny holder, if you guys could see the little plastic holder, and then we have the lipsticks kind of in there. And so this is what the packaging looks like. It is super cute. It has everything else in the back. You guys can pause the video if you guys want to take a look at it, but the presentation is absolutely spectacular. So these are the three lipsticks that we're gonna go ahead and swatch and play around with. So this first one is $19.95. And let's go ahead and see. So I already lip swatched these, but as you guys can see, they have like an extreme matte formula. I'm just gonna kind of swatch them just so you guys can see the pigmentation, the opaqueness, and or the opacity, I should say, and just so you guys can see the colors. And then in a second, we're gonna swatch some of my favorite matte lipsticks from the drugstore right next to them, so we can kind of compare and contrast. Now this next one is Omi, and this is the shade. It's a little bit more mauve than the first one. So let's go ahead and swatch this one. See, that is so opaque with just one swatch. And then the last one is Flesh 3, and this is the darkest of the three. And this is what this one looks like. And let's go ahead and swatch. And even the dark one is so creamy and velvety. And so the formula on these is absolutely spectacular. I have noticed that they are extremely matte in the tube, but once you layer them on your skin with the body heat, they do slightly become more on the like satin finish almost, but I'm sure if you were to blot them down, they would be completely matte. Now I actually have one more of their lipsticks in a red finish, and this is Elson. I think that's what the name is. It's a red lipstick from their collection that I bought a while back with my palette, and so I wanted to swatch the red for you guys too. And they're really beautiful, like, colors and formulas. So some of my favorite matte formula from the drugstore are the Maybelline mattes that come in this kind of like matte packaging, and I love this formula. I also do enjoy the ColourPop formula in the matte. I have one Revlon, and I really enjoyed this Morphe one, so we're just gonna kind of play around and swatch and see. This is Clay Crush 656, and I'm just gonna kind of swatch right next to them just so you guys can like compare the formulas, because the finish I feel like is very, very similar, and this is the closest thing that I found to these Pat McGrath ones that are really, really close in the formula. This is in the shade 575 brownish blush, and I'm just gonna kind of just swatch all over the place just so you guys can see the color. Now this next one is Divine Wine 695, also from Maybelline. And so look how creamy that is. Did you guys see that? And it's a really close shade to the Flesh 3. But that is so creamy. And for drugstore, these are freaking amazing. I love them so, so much. This next one is Raw Chocolate 560. And excuse if they're all like beat up. It's because I've used them so much. But this is Raw Chocolate. Okay. Amazing, amazing shades. Like, oh, I love this formula so much. And then 657 Nude Nuance. Also, these are all matte formulas. So this is what this one looks like. Kind of similar to the, what was this? Omi, but a little bit more brown. Maybe a lot more kind of brown. But I love this shade as well. Let's swatch this Revlon 130 Rose Velvet. But this isn't a cream finish. But I just wanted to kind of compare the color. So this is definitely more shiny because it's more of like a cream satin finish instead of a matte. Then we have What's Your Sign from ColourPop. This is a matte formula in a nude. Let's go ahead and kind of, oh, you guys can see. So that's that one kind of in comparison to this one right here. Let's see, what else do we have here? Is a Morphe lipstick in a matte formula, Tempt. I adore this shade so, so much. So let's go ahead and kind of swatch and compare. Like, the formulas are so similar. Like, oh, I don't know if it'd be worth the $40 if I have these amazing shades from the drugstore. Now we have a Milani one. This is 55. This one is definitely more of like a glossier finish. Now we have 47, and this is Rimmel. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, you can't even see. Okay. Also very so pigmented. Such a nice color. A little bit more creamy than the Maybelline mattes. So these are the swatches compared to some drugstore formulas. And honestly, this is the closest formula for the Maybelline mattes that I have found as a dupe for the Pat McGrath Lab lipsticks in matte. Alright, so I wasn't sure if I was going to go ahead and swatch these on my lips for you guys, but I am kind of feeling obligated to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take off my lip gloss, and we're going to kind of go through the colors, and you guys can see what they look like on the lips. And I am really excited about this formula. I love their Mothership V or 5 eyeshadow palette. It's my, like, one of my absolute favorite palettes. And so I really like their eyeshadow formula, and I wasn't really impressed with some of their other like palettes because of the color scheme, but the Mothership V is one of my all-time favorite palettes, like of all time. I feel like I've been playing around with it so much, and so I'm really anxious to see what these are gonna look like on the lips. And so let me go ahead and take off this lip gloss, and I'll be right back. Alright, so the first color is Omi. This is the shade. It's a really beautiful kind of like toned down light mauve, maybe mauve, burnt mauve shade. I'm going to go ahead and apply this. I'm going to kind of come closer to you guys and then kind of try to look in the mirror. that'd be it. I hope you guys enjoyed the swatches. What do we think? Do we think they're worth it? Do you guys think they compare to the drugstore matte lipsticks? Let me know all your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I would love to know what you guys think about these. This is an amazing color. I love this shade. This is the Flesh 3. The last one I swatched on my lips. It matches my shirt. I should have started out the video like this, but I do really enjoy the formula. They're very matte. They're not transferable, but they're very comfortable and they look great. They have a great color selection and color pigmentation. This is definitely one of my favorite shades of the 3 that we swatched and played around with. And so I would definitely recommend the 3 little minis because they're just a great variety of different shades and tones, and you can kind of experiment with them without overpaying. As to whether or not the regular size are worth the price, I mean, I feel like if you're gifting this to someone or if you want to splurge on a really expensive good formula lipstick, this is a really nice way to go, especially because the packaging is just so extravagant and cute and like luxe. But in general, I mean, the formula is pretty similar to some of the lipsticks that I own in a matte formula from, let's say, like Maybelline. I feel like these are the closest ones. And so I do enjoy great lip formula, but is it worth it if you're just gonna kind of use it on a daily? I mean, that's kind of, I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. And so that completes the video. I am so happy you guys joined me today and we hung out for a little bit. You can also follow me on Instagram, superlady246 if you'd like. I definitely post a little bit more often on there. And that completes the video. I hope you guys are having a great holiday season. I am sending you guys lots of love from me to you. Stay happy, stay positive, and I'll see you guys super soon. Lots of love. Bye. Mwah.